Hi GolfPass, I'm Eric Cogorno, and in today's video I've got a real treat for you. This is one of my favorite all-time drills, one of the few drills I've been doing over the past 15 years myself, and I consistently use with my students to help improve their full swing, primarily to help hit the ball more solid, but especially if you're a golfer who struggles with pulls to the left with your shorter clubs and over fades or slices to the right with your longer clubs, this one's gonna be a beautiful one for you. Now, let me explain the drill here to you and how you can do this, and then I'll go through and explain the feel. So I just took an alignment rod and I put it in the ground behind the golf ball to the point where it's ideally gonna be relatively right over the ball from down the line. And so I build like a little wall here. That's the idea, right? What do good ball strikers consistently do in terms of delivering the club to the golf ball? Well, what they do is they get the club head to get to the golf ball from inside. Okay, they've got some amount of an in to out club path, all of them. So one of the ways that we found to help train that is to have an object that's quite literally in your way, right? If you're a player who's gonna hit pulls, fades, poor contact, inconsistent, you're very likely having the club delivered to the golf ball from too far outside. Now notice if I do that, a little exaggerated, but just to give you a sense here, I'm running right into that stick. So if I go up to the top and I get the club head to run from inside, from low and inside, I'm able to stay underneath it. So to start with, I like to have the stick right over the golf ball, just kind of cut it in half. And then from face on, they're like, how high should it be? I typically like to have it just over a grip length above the golf ball. Okay, so that's how high. You could lower it if you want to make it a little more difficult, but I've got an 8-iron here, about a grip above. If you did nothing else when you practiced, if you struggle with pulls and fades, but did this one drill, I promise you're gonna hit the ball way better. So let's dig into some of the feels here as I do this. And if it doesn't need to be more complicated, then put the stick in and miss the stick. Don't make it any more complicated than that. We'll stay right there, okay? But I'm trying to have a general sense, and I'm visualizing the club head approaching the ball from inside. Approaching the ball from inside. I see it coming inside of that stick into the golf ball. And what I expect to have happen if I do this correctly is to hit a ball flight that's gonna launch high. I'm gonna hit it solid. It's gonna go far, and probably a little bit of draw bias. Okay, if anything, a little bit of draw bias. So normal setup, stick is in. I'm gonna get the club from low and inside. Feel that once or twice. Kind of a high draw shot here. About like that. So that's probably about a 5 to 7 yard draw. High shot, solid contact, predictable ball pattern. Now I hit the ball fairly straight with my normal swing. So when I do this, it'll be a little bit of a draw. If you're coming from a big fade, you might have to exaggerate this a bit just to get the straight. But if nothing else, it'll make you fade the ball less. It'll make your misses much better. So I'm telling you, if there's one drill that you do when you go practice, do this one. Learn how to get the club from inside. It's one of the only non-negotiables to be able to play good golf. Give this one a try. If you're a GolfPass member, we know you're enjoying all of the free benefits. If you have any questions at all about this, leave us a comment down below. We want to make sure that you're playing your best golf out on the golf course where it matters most.